Every day, we get hit with hundreds of pieces of information. The problem is, our brain simply can't process all of it, so it filters things out and we end up losing ideas that could actually matter. A second brain solves that by acting as an extension of your mind. It's an external system that captures, organizes, and connects your notes, ideas, and knowledge so you can reuse them later for your projects. Over the past few months, I've refined the newest version of the second brain to make it simpler, smarter, and way more intuitive to use. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the features that help boost your thinking, unlock your creativity, and support your mental processes through Notion's database system. Every brain works differently, so the way we organize information should adapt to us. Depending on what we do, some mental areas become more active than others. This template reflects that idea through 6 dashboards, each inspired by a part of the brain and its role. First is the active brain, inspired by the prefrontal cortex, the zone responsible for planning, decision-making, and strategy. Here, you can manage your projects effortlessly, see what needs to be done today or this week, and reorder your priorities. Your goals remain visible so every task supports what actually matters. Then comes the automatic brain, similar to the brainstem. It manages what runs on autopilot, like routines and habits. You can track your daily habits, mood, and health. Add a new habit line with one click, and the daily report updates automatically to show your progress for the month. It's the perfect space to understand how consistent you really are. The creative brain represents your imaginative center. This is where your ideas land first, where brainstorming happens, and where creative projects take shape. Think of it as your digital studio for innovation. Next is the daily brain, your digital circadian rhythm. Here, you can organize your schedule, time block your day, and even add your mood for the day. On the left side of the page, you'll find shortcuts to quickly plan your day. Just categorize it, choose your tags, and set your priority level. Before adding it to the main view, make sure to include a time by using the Include Time option in the Date property. Once that's done, you can click the checkbox to move it down. Easy. Further down, you'll find a full dashboard with weekly and monthly views of your agenda, complete with dates and times. You can also add your mood with a single click using the shortcut. The Memories section works like the hippocampus, storing knowledge and experience. It's your archive of resources, always showing the most recently updated content at the top. And finally, the Brain Dump. This is your raw thinking space, a place to capture ideas, thoughts, and information before they're organized. It's your quick access notebook for everything worth remembering later. The second brain template is built around the Para method, a digital organization system created by Tiago Forte. Using Para in Notion makes it easy to capture information, organize it clearly, and find exactly what you need when you need it. Each category has a specific role in managing your digital brain, and a quick menu at the top of every dashboard gives you instant access to projects, areas, resources, and your archive. At the top of your main dashboard, you'll also find the brain areas we talked about earlier. Right next to them is your notification center, showing recent activity for the day or the month. You'll also notice a capture box that lets you quickly send new information straight into your databases. As you scroll, you'll see your latest projects, all your areas. a quick summary of your resources, and your archive, all neatly structured using the para method. And at the very bottom, an ideation board lets you capture notes and ideas to develop later. Let's create a project together to see how the workflow works in this template. The project dashboard is made to manage multiple projects easily. At the top of the screen, you'll find all your current projects with their progress, so you can keep an eye on active ones and reopen archived ones whenever you need. To start a new project, click New and choose one of the 3 project types. A simple project is the basic option. It gives you space to drop ideas, write notes, and define your project using a small form. There's also a simple action plan you can use to get started quickly. A complete project organizes your work into tasks. The project's progress will update automatically based on how many tasks are completed. It's a straightforward way to manage something that doesn't need a complex structure. An advanced project is the most detailed type. It divides your work into modules, and each module contains tasks. The project can only be completed if all the modules are finished. This structure is ideal for large projects that need to be broken down into multiple levels. Let's create an advanced project. Start by linking it to an area so it's categorized correctly. At the top of your project dashboard, you'll see a timeline where you can create your project phases. To add a new module, click on a date on the timeline and drag it to the end date. A new module will appear, name it, and it will automatically show up in the Modules and Tasks section below, giving you a clear overview of your progress. To add tasks to a module, open the module page and create a new task. Give it a name and a due date. The task will then show up on your project dashboard. You can update its status to change the progress bar, add any details you want, and don't forget to track the time spent on that task. Advanced projects also allow you to link resources directly to a module or the entire project. You can choose resources from your existing library, so everything is centralized in one place. Here's an example of what a fully developed project looks like. You can even use dependencies to see which modules are blocking or waiting on others. If you want to optimize your time, this is the best way to visualize where the most hours have been invested. Each module displays the time spent, and you can also see the total time for the whole project. If you keep scrolling, you'll reach the Task Manager. This gives you a calendar view of your tasks, separated from the modules. On the bottom right, you'll find the Unscheduled Tasks section, which includes tasks without a date. To schedule one, just drag it onto a date in the calendar. At the very bottom of the dashboard, there's a feedback form with 4 different pages. This section is for your own improvement. You can fill it in during or after the project to reflect on what worked or what didn't. Having feedback from previous projects is a great way to avoid repeating the same mistakes and constantly improve your process. The resources database is organized as a Wiki page, using a recent Notion feature that lets you centralize knowledge in one place. You can easily search for what you need by switching between different views, or create your own to filter information however you like. To add a new resource, use the capture box at the top of the Wiki dashboard. Since we already created a resource from the project manager, we'll use that one. Your new page will appear in the Inbox section at the bottom of the database. Open it and choose one of the 13 pre-configured templates. Rename your resource, add a cover, and select an author from the list or create a new one. Assign one or more themes to categorize it, and add a link if needed. Change the status from Inbox to another category to make your resource visible on the dashboard. The verification status is there to confirm accuracy when a resource is meant to be used professionally or collaboratively. You can archive a resource the same way by modifying its status. Right below the inbox, you'll see resources that still need to be organized. You can classify them inside the toggles you prepared earlier by dragging each resource to the right category. Remember that every new wiki page you create will appear in this section first. This is where all your archived pages and content are stored. Keeping this space clean helps you avoid information overload and keeps your workspace easier to manage. You can archive any page you no longer need right now and still come back here to access it whenever you want.